Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa, where we're trying to figure out how Junko can be both dead and alive, much like Schrodinger's cat.
Mukuro also.
And Mukuro. I mean, one of them is alive. I think we've pretty conclusively proven that it's not Mukuro. Could it be that Junko's not the one that died? If it wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. The occult? That would, oh god, no, the whole thing will hinge on Hero.
What is it?
Replaced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hello.
There it is.
I got it.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
I'm wondering if it was before the whole thing started.
Yeah.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have
They
switched.
switched at the beginning.
I got it. The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
But the hair...
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
A wig?
Nah, I mean, yeah, that would make sense. It's really the only way it works.
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places
I see.
from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? lost the will to fight back.
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Was it the group photo? Alright, I don't think that helps. I don't know. What do you think?
Try that. The group photo.
Hold on. What matters now is presenting the right evidence. It has to do with what Monokuma tried to keep from me tried to keep me from seeing during the investigation.
Ugh.
He tried to hide Junko's. All right. The first time was during our latest investigation.
Is it the control room?
Okay, and I don't think that's what I need to corner Monokuma.
Ugh. I don't know this one.
First was during our latest investigation. Alright, you can rule that out.
We already did that.
Okay. Were inflicted after death, okay.
Is it the wounds?
Oh, I think it's the Monokuma file because it says the identity is unknown.
Oh, okay. Nope.
What? Shoot!
Alright, I'll try the wounds. Yeah, I feel like they're asking this in a really obscure way.
Nope.
Shoot!
Well, one last hit. I don't understand.
I don't know what they're getting at. Tried to hide Junko's identity.
Did we try the ultimate despair thing?
Doesn't refer to a single. I don't think Monokuma had anything to do with that, though. This doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
Was it the? Well, it wouldn't be
Oh,
the.
because he stopped the DVD.
Yeah.
Try that.
I got it!
Okay.
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
How would we have known that that he didn't get to that one? There's no way for us to have known that. It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had turned off, which of course meant the DVD was playing anymore. But that just happened. All right, and the Monokuma. All right.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that
So we couldn't see Junko's.
is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated the power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. Oh, crap. Man, we do not have a lot of hearts.
Be prepared to have multiple bullets, too.
What do you
His
want?
argument is not super convincing with his growl.
What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up. That's impossible.
Final strike. All right.
That's impossible.
Group photo.
This should prove it. The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Uh-oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance. Come to all these pictures from like 2 episodes ago.
Junko's face is hidden.
Which I guess I don't really know why it would have needed to have been hidden.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
If we didn't know what she looked like to begin with, I don't know why that would have mattered. Unless she looks a lot,
It's
awful
hard
lot
to
like
believe her
Mukuro.
face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now!
Comic book time.
Oh no. Okay.
Maybe we can read the clue too.
Yeah. What was the identity of the ultimate fashionista who I met in the hall? Oh, that's gonna help.
Is it just Junko?
I don't see one that's just Junko.
Oh, it's on the front right there.
This one?
Yeah.
I guess, well, it's not just Junko though.
Oh.
Let's come back to that one. I think that's gonna be it.
I don't know, but Mukuro's there too.
Where did the mastermind keep Mukuro's body? Alright, that's pretty easy. Now is that... See, now here's the thing I can't figure... I hate these controls so much. Here's the thing I can't figure out. Is that it pushing the body back in? Because that's kind of important. As this one doesn't actually show where it's going.
let's just skip these.
The mastermind attacked me with something. What was it?
The knife.
Okay, that's easy. That doesn't seem right, but whatever. When the mastermind attacked me, who was it that stopped them? All right.
Kyoko. There.
Yeah. After the surprise attack failed, the mastermind fled my room.
Oh, they flipped? Are those two with Kyoko flipped?
Quite possibly, or... yeah. Where's the other... where's the... I cannot find that other one now.
Keep going. Right there. I think that's her... Yep, and then the other one, Kyoko.
It's like her walking in. What did the mastermind do with the mask after they took it off?
Put it on the body.
What was the condition of the body when I first saw it in the garden? Okay, that one's not too bad.
Okay. And then blows up.
We couldn't identify the mysterious body because it got blown up.
Still a blown up picture.
That would probably be that. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. So, to me, this one has to be.
Yep. It's carrying it, so I think it's the one where you're pushing it in.
Where did the mastermind keep the body?
I think it's that. I
This
think they're
one?
pushing it in. But wait.
No, this just looks like a repeat of that one.
Okay.
From what I can tell. Alright, go for
Try
it.
it. Yep.
Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Cool.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
So far, so good.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima.
Phew, okay.
Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue until Junko decided to put her body to use.
Dun dun dun.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side.
Actually, this is out of order.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Nope.
Ah. So we need to switch those two.
Yep.
That's really frustrating because, like, there's not really... I don't think there's any logical reason for one over the other.
Yep.
After the surprise attack failed, the mastermind fled my room. Alright.
The killer is you!
You!
Meanwhile, she
Okay.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Dun dun dun. That was all of them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima!
Alright, once we survive that.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Cat got your tongue.
Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered
She's on her
species
way
or
there.
something. How
I bet you.
long do you plan to keep hiding?
That would make sense.
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
Oh, maybe not.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
No.
Wrong! There's still plenty
Because we still have to
more
figure out
go.
the
Why
mystery
we're
of
here, yeah.
yeah, mystery of the school. Hey, it's Junko.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
He's British.
You caught on to the tie, though, see?
Yeah.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No, thanks.
I'm good.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere too. It was definitely before I got to the school. I have no idea.
Is it before arriving at the school?
I guess.
I got it!
Oh, cool.
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
But yeah, all right, here's where I'm confused. Is she looks exactly like the Junko that died.
I don't see the difference.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far.
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
Got freckles.
Huh?
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along.
That explains why
Oops.
she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
They're twins.
Right, but then I'm confused about that
So
picture.
basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa! You're a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
I wondered about that, because at one point I'm like, I wonder if they're twins? But then I was like, oh, the last names.
You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Whoa.
What?
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause.
Oh, so that's why she's like, oh, it's photoshopped and junk.
Great.
She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
Oh, that's better.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
Does she have like multiple personality disorder?
That's what it's looking like.
No, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Yeah, her eyes look surprised.
Ah.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
Wow. Well, I think that's as good a place as any to leave it. And we'll, I imagine we've got to be close to the end. At this point, it's probably figuring out the secrets of the school.
I would hope so.
Figuring out what's going on. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.